run equilibrium. Now assume that new workers enter the labor market. Assuming no other changes, explain how the increase in the number of workers will affect each of the following in the short run: the wage rate, the cost of production, and the price of goods by the workers. So first we need to draw a supply and demand graph. So an increase in workers will be an increase in supply, an increase in laborers. So move that to S1, and we can look at what our original price was and our new price. And so we can tell. So let's see, the wage rate of the workers we can see goes down, and the cost of production for a typical firm, cheaper to hire people, so that'll go down. And the price of goods produced by the workers, if there's an increase in supply, we can produce those goods at a cheaper price, so the price will go down. So that is the answer to letter A. Letter B says, assume the demand for the goods produced by the worker in part A decreases. Explain the effect of the decrease on each of the following: price of goods produced by workers, demand for labor, and the wage rate of workers. So again, we need to draw another supply and demand graph. So a decrease in demand then would be a shift to the left of the demand curve. And again, comparing my equilibrium price with my new equilibrium price, I can see that the price of goods produced by the workers would in fact go down. The demand for my labor, since derived demand is based on what I'm producing, and if the price goes down for that good, then demand for labor will also go down. And finally, the wage rate of workers would also go down. So that is letter B. The last one says, explain how the imposition of minimum wage would affect each of the following: the number of workers employed and the cost of production. So again, we need another supply and demand graph. And it's a minimum wage, so I don't know if you remember how to do this, but minimum wage would go above the equilibrium because it is a price floor, and so we would draw that line across, indicating a price floor, the new minimum wage. And the number of people hired, well, this is where we was at that quantity, and now we have a new quantity established of being hired, and so this is the amount being hired, so the number of workers employed in the labor market would actually go down. Then the cost of production for a typical firm would go up because you're paying them a higher wage and having less workers. And that is how you would answer number 2.